What's good, everybody? It's your boy First Degree back at y'all with another video. And last night we had Monday Night Raw on Netflix for the first time. So without further ado, let's get into this video. Let's review what we saw. Now, the start of the show, the opening, the presentation, it was really cool. I'm not gonna lie, it was really cool. The video package at the beginning, Triple H giving his spiel and all that was really nice. When things started taking a turn for me personally, was when The Rock came out. Now, obviously, the entrance, hearing the music, hearing the pop, that was great. Anytime The Rock comes out and it's not like announced ahead of time, it's epic. It's The Rock. You know what I'm saying? You look forward to seeing The Rock. His promo, though, I ain't gonna lie, his promo was pretty whack because it wasn't really a promo. You could tell it was just a corporate speech. You know, The Rock is on the board of TKO. He's partial shareholder of WWE. There was no storyline, incentives within that promo. Heck, as a matter of fact, midway through the promo, he started glazing Cody Rhodes for being WWE champion the past year. And in my head, I'm going through, I'm like, wait, so are these dudes cool now? Like, what, like, was they not just beefing? Did he not just beat the dog mess out of Cody Rhodes like 5 months ago, have him bloodied up in a parking lot, and then extend the time for Monday Night Raw so he could keep beating him up? Like, did we just gonna skip past all that? So I don't even know if that's a thing anymore. The Rock and Cody Rhodes, the beef that they had, and then even a few months ago when Rhodes and Roman teamed up and The Rock came out and gave him like that look like, I don't approve of this. That nothing came of that. And so that was The Rock's promo, pretty much just thanking everybody from Netflix, the Netflix partners and all of that, because it was just a corporate speech. Next up on the show, we had Roman Reigns versus Solo Sikoa. The match was okay. Wasn't nothing crazy. It was a typical Roman Reigns match. Decent enough false finishes, interference from Solo Sikoa's half of the bloodline, interference from Roman Reigns half of the bloodline, Sami Zayn, Jimmy Uso to even the odds, and then Roman Reigns comes out victorious. Now, what disappointed me about this match was not necessarily the match itself, because that's about what I expected. It was an okay, little no disqualification style match, right? But there was no follow-up. I mean, the only follow-up we had, The Rock comes out, and that's when I'm like, okay, I'm getting excited. Rock's going to turn on Roman. They're going to set up, their match later on in the year, right? Especially since Roman won, because, I figure if Solo Sikoa won, Roman Reigns, no matter how he lost, if he got, betrayed by The Rock or something like that, their storyline could continue and Solo Sikoa could still hold some type of dominance in his own right and be separate from Roman Reigns in that area. But they decided not to go that route, for obvious reasons. Roman Reigns is the guy in the WWE. He's the star, whatever. But I thought they would at least follow it up with The Rock turning on him to give us, something crazy to go crazy about, to give us something to cheer over or something like that. But nah, Rock just gave him the Ula Fala, gave him a hug, and they all left together. I'm like, what the heck is this? All right, so first, The Rock doesn't beef with Cody Rhodes. He's dang near his giving him the Paul Heyman Brock Lesnar treatment, glazing him the whole first half of the show. And now he's not even into a Roman Reigns? So that's making me think, low-key, The Rock might not even be a thing at WrestleMania this year, bro. Real talk. They might still be trying to get the logistics together with that. And so they probably don't even want to tease anything because they're not sure what The Rock's going to be on around that time. So that was disappointing overall. It just is what it is on my part. Some people liked it. Some people thought it was cool. I was not impressed, personally. Before we get into the next match, let's talk about throughout the show what happened. A lot of celebrities, because it was a big fight field. And it felt like they were doing the UFC thing, bro. When they gazed through the crowd, you see a whole bunch of celebrities. And then they had like current WWE superstars in the crowd, but not on the show, which is crazy. Like you had Braun Breaker in the crowd. Current Intercontinental Champion not wrestling. Had the Women's Tag Champs, Bianca Belair and Naomi. You had a whole bunch of wrestlers. Now, New Day still has yet to really cut a crazy enough promo and reasoning why they turned on Big E. You know, the big heel promo explaining your actions type thing. They've yet to do that. They keep stalling and stalling and stalling. And it's like, bro, honestly, I'm going to get sick of this whole New Day thing if you guys don't get the ball rolling. Like, I'm going to be honest. You guys are doing the same regurgitating, repetitive thing every week. We're getting kind of sick of it. Chad Gable had an interaction with Adam Pearce. And for some reason brought up, yeah, there's this rumor that I have a problem with luchador. Random as ever. Like, bro, what? I may have missed something, but like, who is talking about you having a problem with luchadors? It was so forced and so like lame and corny, bro. Because it's like, okay, we get it. You're setting up a Pentagon match for next week, but like, bro, you didn't have to add in that weird throwaway line that nobody cares about or nobody even mentioned just to get a little pop. Oh, yeah, I have a problem with luchadors. But bottom line is, next week, Chad Gable's going to get fed to Pentagon, and hopefully after that, he's transferred over to SmackDown so he can regroup. Because, like I said in the last video, by the way, if you haven't watched the last video, you might want to watch that first before you watch this one. Not that it matters too much, but yeah. Go back and check out that, because I already went through what I feel about they're doing with Chad Gable. But yeah, his Raw credibility is just completely done. It's over. But yeah, I think that covers pretty much all the... Oh yeah, they had a random Gunther video package promo. But once again, the World Heavyweight Champion was not on Monday Night Raw, the biggest Raw of the year. And we had no world title matches. Except for the Women's Championship match, which we'll talk about that too. I think that was actually the next match. Rhea Ripley versus Liv Morgan. Pretty regular, schmegular match, nothing crazy. Nothing really got me excited. I mean, there were some alright spots in there, I guess, but it's not nothing that I would recommend to... You should go back and watch this match. If you haven't seen it before, you need to watch... It wasn't that... You can watch it one time, it's good enough. Rhea Ripley wins. Thankfully, thank God, she said in the post-Netflix show that this thing with her and Liv Morgan is done and she's ready to do new things. Thank God. Because that rivalry, man, they need to get it up out of there. It's about time. They need to end Judgment Day as well. Like I said earlier with the Chad Gable thing, I already went over how I feel about Judgment Day. Watch the last video to kind of tell you how I feel about these storylines, because I'm not going to go deep into that because I already did it in the video before. I'm just glad that a lot of these storylines are done. But yeah, then The Undertaker came out, did a lap with his bike, and then posed with Rhea Ripley, and it was like, okay, I guess. Apparently there was supposed to be a Becky Lynch return, but they didn't have enough time for Becky Lynch's returns because of the thing with The Undertaker. I think Becky Lynch returning and maybe even confronting Rhea Ripley would have been way better than, you know, what we got there. But hey, that's just me. I don't know. I mean, they already had their match at WrestleMania, so maybe not. Maybe that's not the way to go, Becky Lynch versus Rhea again, because it didn't really go too well the first time. But Becky Lynch was sick in that match, so it's like you could low-key give them another shot at trying to give us a good match, because they didn't really have a fair shot the first time, because Becky Lynch wasn't in the best of health. But I guess they just thought, you know, Undertaker posing was a way better, you know, thing to utilize their time with. And there's no shade to the Undertaker. Undertaker's a legend. He's one of the GOATs. You know, he's one of my GOATs, one of my favorites. I don't mind seeing him, but it's like, for a show that's already lackluster, and you got legends coming out doing more lackluster stuff, it's like, bro, give us something to talk about. Like, bro, the one thing about this show, besides giving it a basic review, it left you with nothing to talk about. Like, there was nothing of note to be spoken about, right? And then they had the John Cena promo, which we got to cover. John Cena promo, I'm going to be honest, man. It was cool. You know, it was good seeing Cena. Good for him to declare himself in the Royal Rumble, right? He's going to be in the Royal Rumble this year, which looks great. That's exactly what he should be doing, is be in the Rumble. But it was such a 2010s, you guys know, the Super Cena-esque promo where it feels like he's talking to just the children in the crowd and being all, guys, I don't know if I'm going to be able to win a world title. I haven't won in 2,000 days. I mean, I'd have to win the Money in the Bank or something, or win the Elimination Chamber, or win the Royal Rumble, and there's no shot at me doing that, talking in his little kid voice. And then he's like, hold on, wait, I just had a thought. Like, we're freaking kids. Like, bro, we get it. You're going to enter the Royal Rumble. Just say it. Like, you don't have to talk to us like we're 5-year-olds. I mean, I get there's probably some 5-year-olds in the crowd. But, bro, a lot of people watching this show are above the age of 15, bro. Like no one wants to hear you go through this. Like, when parents are talking to their kids, and it's like, oh, what if I enter the Royal Rumble? Like, bro, you sound like freaking Timon and Pumbaa off The Lion King. Like, bro. But that's cool. John Cena's going to be in the Rumble. And he might win it. He might win it. Well, you know what? Let's get to the rest of the show because I do have a theory on that. I have a small theory on that I think may come into fruition. Third match of the night. Another match that I didn't really care. I don't really care to see again. It was cool for what it was, I guess. Jey Uso versus Drew McIntyre. And I'm worried about Drew McIntyre, guys. I'm worried about Drew McIntyre because, I mean, every single time him and Jey Uso have faced each other, Drew McIntyre's pretty much won. But he lost tonight. And I don't have a problem with him losing to Jey Uso. Like, that's fine. But it just seems to me that it shows where, after the MVP caliber year he had in 2024, what they think of his status compared to Jey Uso's. Because let's be real. We know Jey Uso's been having a phenomenal year. He's been selling merch, top-tier merch. He's one of the most over superstars in the whole company. It's just the facts. Whether you like Jey Uso or you don't like Jey Uso, he's doing his thing. Me personally, I think Jey Uso's pretty cool. I don't think he's like top 5 on the roster or anything, but I think he's pretty cool, right? It looks like he's on his rise, and there might not be any room for Drew McIntyre because they're clearly showing that Jey Uso is above Drew McIntyre on the card. That's just my opinion. They're clearly showing Jey Uso is above Drew McIntyre on the card because if he beat him on the Netflix show and Drew McIntyre just came back from a long hiatus, I don't really like Drew McIntyre going into WrestleMania, whatever that storyline may be. I don't really like Drew McIntyre in the foreseeable future because let's be real. He's most likely not going to beat Cody Rhodes. He's most likely not going to beat the World Heavyweight Champion. Intercontinental Championship, don't see him getting involved in that. United States Championship wouldn't make too much sense for him. I don't really see Drew McIntyre being in any championship picture for a long time. That's just me. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below on that. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention something that I did like from the Roman Reigns Solo Sikoa match. Kevin Owens actually interfered and attacked Roman Reigns. One thing I've been hating is that everyone that's been complaining about the people that are helping Roman Reigns haven't actually done anything to Roman Reigns. Like Drew McIntyre, for example, he's been complaining, oh, you guys keep helping Roman Reigns. You guys keep trying to put him back in power, and you forgot what he did for the last 3 years to us. But he's done nothing to Roman Reigns. And Kevin Owens has been doing the same thing, hates Cody Rhodes for teaming with the Bloodline, but hasn't done anything to them. But he actually interfered and attacked Roman Reigns and tried to stop him from becoming the tribal chief. But then Cody Rhodes came out safe and attacked Kevin Owens, which I guess kind of makes sense in storyline. Last time Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns were in the ring, they helped each other out. They, did their thing together, so I guess that kind of makes sense for Cody to help him. But yeah, I thought that was cool because I didn't expect Kevin Owens to come out. When he came in the side of the screen, hit the stunner, I was like, oh, snap, this is kind of dope. So I got to give them credit for that. Yeah, to talk about the final match, which, for me, I'm not going to lie, probably a little biased. CM Punk, Seth Rollins are my 2 favorite wrestlers right now. So that's probably why I enjoyed the match more than some. But, even then, I don't think the match was like great, phenomenal, but it was decent. It was decent. The match had the best storyline going into it, the best promo work going into it, best build-up in my opinion. And I think they delivered a decent match. CM Punk went into his bag a little bit, was hitting some suicide dives, was hitting some outside dives. You can tell CM Punk was really on his rocker. Seth Rollins hit a dope go-to-sleep reverse Uno on CM Punk when he caught him and did the backflip into the fireman's carry. hit him with the GTS. And he actually, it's kind of crazy how when superstars steal each other's moves, usually it's a one-time thing. Seth Rollins hit 2 GTSs on CM Punk. I thought that was a nice touch. CM Punk hit Seth Rollins with the curb stomp. They went back and forth in each other's moves. Hitting finishers, Seth Rollins hit, Falcon Arrow off the top rope combo thing. Decent overall match, most decent match of the night. One thing about all these matches I got to give them credit for, they gave us straight up conclusions. They didn't do any, false finishes where nobody wins. So it seems like, Seth Rollins and CM Punk are done. They had the match they were supposed to have at WrestleMania last year. And it seems like that storyline may be done. I don't know what Seth Rollins is going to do on here and out. And as far as the theory I was talking about earlier with John Cena, I believe that, CM Punk, he was talking about entering the Royal Rumble. But I don't think CM Punk is going to be in the Rumble. And even if he is, I think we might end up getting the WrestleMania main event that we thought we were going to probably get in like 2013, 2012 range for the World Heavyweight Championship, bro. Main event night 1, CM Punk versus John Cena. I don't know if that's the best match to go with at this stage in their careers. They're both clearly past their prime, but maybe they got one more classic left in them, y'all. Maybe they got one more CM Punk versus John Cena at Money in the Bank left. Maybe they got one more CM Punk versus John Cena Monday Night Raw. Winner goes to WrestleMania to face The Rock match left in them. I don't know, guys. That's my current theory now. I think they're setting up Punk versus Cena WrestleMania Night 1 main event. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Overall, guys, I'm going to be honest. I was disappointed with the show. It was lackluster. For the amount of hype, for the amount of ads, for the amount of promotion that went into this specific Monday Night Raw, they hyped it up like it was going to be a WrestleMania level Raw. And it was nothing of significance happened. Like, besides the end result of the match, there were no shifts, there were no changes, there were no big, oh my God moments. It was just straight up and down, fighter beats fighter, bro. No crazy promos were cut. It was just a bunch of glazing each other for being on Netflix. So yeah, that's all we got. Let me know what you all think in the comments below. If you guys liked Netflix on Raw, if you didn't like Netflix on Raw, and what are your predictions as we head into WrestleMania season, guys? We're almost there. Royal Rumble coming up early next month. Not much time left. That's all I got for today. Appreciate you making it this far in the video, and I'm out. Peace.